The Grizzlies came back from a 26-point deficit to beat the T.Wolves 104-95 last night. Talk about a rally. Ja Morant had a triple-double, 16 points, 10 boards, 10 assists. Afterwards, Ja said, "We all know the game is never over until there are zeros on the clock." Shannon, give Ja a letter grade for last night.
Skip, I gave him a C-. I understand that he had a triple-double, Skip, but it wasn't a very efficient triple-double. He was 5 of 18 from the floor. He was 2 of 8 in the fourth quarter. He had 7 turnovers, and 3 of those in the fourth quarter. Now, the positive, he was a game-high plus 20 and plus minus, Skip.
Yep.
Defensively, when he was guarding the guys, even though they were attacking him, they were only 6 of 18, and he did have 3 blocks. But Ja Morant did not play a very good ball game last night. He was very inefficient. He turned the ball over far too much. And so I gave him a C-. But I don't have a problem with the talking. That's kind of their nature. That's what they do. They talk.
That's sure what he does. Yeah.
And so don't get upset when you lose and other teams start talking as well, Skip. But I couldn't go much higher. I couldn't go any higher than a C- given the totality of his ball game.
And I have to go a cut lower. I got to go to D as in dog, as Ja said after the game. We got a bunch of dogs on this team. They do. And he can be one of them. But now we need context. I picked the Memphis Grizzlies to win the West.
Right.
I have said repeatedly on this show, Ja Morant is on the verge of superstardom. Not just stardom. I'm talking about superstardom. And I was extremely disappointed in Ja during and after the game last night because there are times to talk and times to go on to the next game. I've now seen him celebrate twice after Game 2 and after Game 3 as if the series were over, and it ain't.
Right.
So what did I see last night? I saw a team that went 20-5 without Ja Morant.
Yes.
20-5. I saw a kid named Tyus Jones that I really liked coming off the bench. I thought in the few minutes that he played a grand total of 14 minutes and 10 seconds, did Tyus Jones.
Yeah.
Every time he walks on the floor, something good happens.
He does.
Because he is actually a little better floor general than Ja is, as in settling everybody down, getting him to the right places, and if the shot is open, he takes it and he makes it. He made 4 or 6 shots last night. He made all 3 of his threes, and he made 2 big threes in the fourth quarter, did Tyus Jones, that changed the flow of the game. They're the kind where if you miss them, it's like, ugh.
Yeah. They were definitely momentum changers.
Momentum breaker changers, right? Okay, so but what just drove me crazy about Ja was he had such a shaky fourth quarter. They won in spite of him in the fourth quarter, and it's almost mathematically impossible to win the fourth quarter 37-12.
Yeah.
37-12.
When your best player plays that bad.
When your best player plays that poorly. And if we could just see the riff one more time, and Ja, forgive me, I'm not trying to rub your nose in it, but there's a lesson to be learned here. This is Ja trying to close the game. He had just missed a free throw, and he just lost the ball. And then here we go, and this is guarded, and it's just a bad idea, and it barely ticks the front of the rim. That was the only 3 that he took and missed. And then here we go again. Careful, no. Gets it ripped by Vanderbilt, and they go the other way. And then here he goes, just trying to force one up. That hit the underside of the rim, trying to draw a foul.
And then he kicked it out of bounds.
He kicked it out of bounds. And the 2 huge free throws to give you a 5-point lead, and he missed both of them. You can't miss both of them, and he was hitting his own head. And then he's doing a lot of force-ups, but he usually gets to the free throw line.
Right.
But a lot of these are, I got this.
Right.
Like, get out of the way. I'll just do this.
But, Skip, if you remember, Skip, the first game they played, he had 25.
That was the end of it.
Yeah.
He had one more with the cherry on top.
Well, getting to the free throw line is fine, but you need to cash in. You can't go 5 or 10. Now, the first game, Skip, he was 16 of 20. But he hadn't shot the ball particularly well in this series.
He has not. He asked for the basketball at the end of the game so that he could throw it up into the rafters. Off that? Seriously?
Yeah.
You're going to throw that ball in the rafters? Don't you do it after you close them out, right? If you closed them out and threw it in the rafters in Minnesota, I'd be great with it.
Or you had a 30-point triple-double with 2 turnovers.
Okay.
You might say, you know what, don't throw it up, Skip. I'm going to keep this ball. This is the first, because that's the first triple-double in Grizz playoff history, Skip. So then it is special. Come on, Skip.
Can we now agree, though, that the triple-double is the most misleading, overrated stat in the history of basketball?
It is.
Because we kept saying, Russell Westbrook averaged a triple-double, not since Oscar in 62-63 have we seen a man do this. It's impossible. He did it 4 out of 5 years, and we blessed him as a slam dunk first ballot Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
And now I'm thinking, I don't know if he even belongs in the Hall of Fame after what I saw this year. What is the triple-double? And this was like a Jason Kidd-esque. I used to call Jason, when I covered him in Dallas, Ason Kidd, because there's no J, because he couldn't shoot. So Jason Kidd had the 10-point, 10-rebound, 10-assist triple-doubles. Well, this wasn't much better. It's 16, 10, and 10, right?
But Skip, he had more shot attempts than points.
Okay, no good.
No.
And how did you come back and overcome that? Because everybody else, all those dogs coming off the bench, they all chipped in, and Brandon Clark took over the fourth quarter and took Ja off the hook. For his
Desmond Bain, too. Desmond Bain's threes.
Stroking threes. He's got the sweetest little quick three stroke. It's very compact, and he just rips them with such supreme confidence. And then Dylan Brooks took and made the one. Off Brandon Clark rebounded one of Ja's misses.
Right.
Okay? Well, that's how you did it.
Right.
So congratulations. But then after the game, I got to listen to Ja talk, and then he's posting the video of Karl Anthony Towns and I think we have this, where he's saying, we're in Minnesota now. We got
it? We in Minnesota now. Like I said after the media, all right, cool, we got to come back to our house now. I only seen them at their house.
Okay, so he reposted that to rub his nose in it after the game, and I'm thinking, were you that good? Shouldn't you maybe just go back to the hotel and just chill? Maybe just stay quiet?
Cat, you got 48 hours to respond.
Yep. Well, I don't think he's capable.
Cat, you got 48 hours to respond. The man mocking you about you being in your house. Now, you need to do something about that, Cat.
Well, Ja's dad is winning the trash talk over Carl's dad, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's manifesting itself on the floor right now.
Right.
So, look, Memphis is just better than the T-Wolves. And yet Memphis, that they have to actually play better, and they weren't ready to play game one, they weren't ready to play game three, and they weren't ready to play the third quarter of game three. Well, that has to emanate from the leader of the pack, and that is Ja Morant.
Right.
So he's got to set an earlier tone in these games. You got to come out to play, because the other team is still talented.
Yeah.
Karl Anthony is hugely talented.
Yes.
I just think he's a fake tough guy he has low intangibles.
Yeah. I mean, he has to get it going early. But, Skip, instead of just coming out there and shooting the threes, try to get Karl going early. And if you get him going early, Skip, you'll have him in the middle and you'll have him late in the ball games. Because right now, the last 2 games, he's been useless. And he's too good of a player to be giving you the numbers, 14 points in 7 quarters. So basically, in 2 games, he's giving you 14 points. He's too good of a player, Skip, that's all the production that he offers you. Try to get him going early. I know that the shots are there, but sometimes it's about the long term. And having Karl Anthony down the stretch will bode better for you. Because, Skip, it would have been great if you could have gone inside to Karl Anthony. He got you some easy buckets. Or he got to the foul line. But y'all coming down and y'all jacking up threes. And guess what? And turning the ball over. And Memphis is going back the other way, laying it up in the basket. Or shooting wide open threes on you.
Isn't Karl Anthony who we thought he was?
He gonna be back. They winning. They winning tomorrow night.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Put a case on it.
I got Memphis.
Yeah, I got a case on it.
All right, thank you. Good.
Saw you coming.
Okay. You saw me coming. Well,
give me the points, too. I need the points. But
wait a second. No, you just took it. I'm sorry. Done deal.
Skip, it's 4 or 5 points.
Case closed.
Okay.
As in case a do closed.
You gonna rue the day that you took this bet.
And I will take straight up, I'll take the Heat over Trae Young tonight.
Nope, I win 1.5.
They're the visiting team. This is Trae's house, Trae's town. He's even got insurance on his side. He's got State Farm insurance.
Vegas don't seem to care.
You can't beat State Farm.
Vegas and Fox Bet doesn't seem to care.
Huh?
1.5. Give me a 1.5.
Heck no.
Skip a point and a half. You ain't making it seem like I'm asking you for 11 and a half.
You already predicted that Atlanta would win, and if you had the courage of your convictions, you just say done.
If you scared, you need to buy a bigger dog. I know Hazel don't offer much protection, but I need
she does. She's the baddest little Maltese you ever seen. She will take your leg off.
Give me a point and a half.
No, sorry.
Guys, there is no lack of spirit amongst these young NBA superstars or between y'all this morning. All right, gentlemen, I've been waiting all morning to get your opinion on this next topic. I can't wait. Will the Suns be able to overcome the loss of Devin Booker as they play against my Pelicans? That's next.